Podcast is live.
Yeah. Hello and welcome everyone in Quadcober Sports. Today our show is the 22 years show with Quadcober Sports. আজকে আমরা কিছু আলোচনা করতে চলেছি আগামীকাল যেই কোয়ালিফায়ার 2 হতে চলেছে ড্রিম 11 আইপিএল সিজন 12 এর সেই ম্যাচটি নিয়ে বিটুইন সানরাইজার্স হায়দ্রাবাদ অ্যান্ড দিল্লি ক্যাপিটালস। তো আজকে আমাদের সাথে আছে শিবাশিস ব্যানার্জি, উপায়ন দে, আমান এবং অমিত দাস। শিবাশিস, উপায়ন দুজনই এবং আমান তিনজনই হচ্ছে আমাদের ক্রিকেট কন্টেন্ট রাইটার এবং অমিত হচ্ছে ক্রিকেট স্পেশালিস্ট অ্যানালিস্ট বলতে পারেন আপনারা। তো আমরা আজকে এদের নিয়ে শুরু করতে চলেছি একটি ছোট্ট আলোচনা, যেখানে আমরা জেনে নেব কালকে কি হতে পারে এবং তার পরবর্তী মুম্বাই ইন্ডিয়ান্স যে অলরেডি ফাইনালে উঠে বসে আছে ড্রিম 11 এর আইপিএল এর, সেখানে কার মুখোমুখি হতে চলেছে তারা। তো আমরা শিবাশিসের কাছে প্রথমেই আসতে চাই। শিবাশিস, কি মনে হয় কালকের ম্যাচে কাকে আগিয়ে রাখবে আফটার দ্য এক্সেলেন্ট পারফরমেন্স অফ সানরাইজার্স হায়দ্রাবাদ ইয়েস্টারডে?
I guess সানরাইজার্স হায়দ্রাবাদেরই চান্সটা মানে বেশি, বিকজ ইফ ইউ ফলো মানে যদি তোরা ফলো করে থাকিস যে লাস্ট মানে 4 or 5 matches they have been brilliantly মানে they have performed brilliant মানে they have defeated the table toppers Mumbai Indians even in the last match of the group stage. Also they are when মানে when Bairstow was playing in Sunrisers top order, their top order was too much মানে হেভি হয়ে গেছিল, যে কারণে ওরা বেয়ারস্টোকে সরিয়ে ঋদ্ধিমান সার ইনক্লুশনটা অ্যান্ড উইথ দ্য ইনক্লুশন অফ জেসন হোল্ডার দ্য টিম বিকেম মাচ মোর উইন মানে উইনিং এর দিকে তারা যতটা চাইছে, মানে খুবই ব্যালেন্স টিম হয়ে গেছে। তো আই গেস কালকে এসআরএইচ এর পাল্লাটাই বেশি ভারী, অ্যান্ড there is Rashid Khan and Kane Williamson. They are they have also performed well throughout this IPL, and we have seen the performance of Williamson in the last match against RCB in the eliminator. So I guess SRH is having the high chance. We also can't leave Delhi because they are having brilliant fast bowler from South Africa, Rabada and Enrich Nokia, and I think Enrich Nokia is the much more valuable than Rabada, because he's been much he has bowled brilliant in the opening overs as well as in the ending overs. So I guess they are also having a chance. So I will go with 50-50.
Acha, we are having a question here. Opinion on Devdutt Palekar and Surya Kumar Yadav, the two main, means you can say the main backbone of the middle orders. Devdutt Palekar from RCB.
For me, Devdutt Palekar has been the most promising youngster this IPL. কেউ যদি মানে কোনো একটা প্লেয়ারকে যদি আমাদের স্ট্যান্ড আউট বলা যেতে পারে ইমার্জিং প্লেয়ার, সেটা দেবদত্ত পাডিক্কল হয়েছে। কিন্তু অন দ্য আদার হ্যান্ড সূর্য কুমার যাদব হ্যাজ বিন কনসিস্টেন্টলি প্লেইং ওয়েল ফর মুম্বাই অ্যাট নাম্বার 3। কেকেআর এ যখন ছিল ও একটু ডাউন দ্য অর্ডার আসতো, 5-6 এ ছিল।
কেকেআর এ ওপেন করতো, ইউএই তে যে আইপিএলটা হয়েছিল 2014 এ, তখন ওপেন করতো আর ওপেনে করে যথেষ্ট সাকসেসফুল।
হ্যাঁ, ওর জন্য ওর টপ 3 তে যখন ও ব্যাট করেছে তখন কম্পারেটিভলি অ্যাজ আ টেল এন্ডার, মানে টেল এন্ডার তো বলা যাবে না, অ্যাজ আ মিডল অর্ডার ব্যাটসম্যান, তখন মিডল অর্ডার ব্যাটসম্যান তখনও ভালো পারফর্ম করেছে। সো ইন্ডিয়ার কাছে একটা অপশন আছে, কিন্তু ইন্ডিয়ান টিম যা টপ হেভি টিম, ওইখানে সূর্য কুমার যাদব এট দিস মোমেন্ট আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি। কিন্তু দেবদত্ত পাডিক্কল মাইট বি অপশন অ্যাজ এ ব্যাকআপ ওপেনার।
I guess
এর মধ্যে মানে যদি বলা হয় দেবদত্ত পালেকার আর সূর্য কুমার যাদব, তুমি কাকে তোমার ড্রিম 11 টিমে রাখবে?
সূর্য কুমার যাদব। বিকজ অফ দ্য বাউন্ডারিজ হি স্কোরড, অনেক শটস রয়েছে ওর কাছে, আর দ্বিতীয়ত অ্যাঙ্কারিং করার। দেবদত্ত পালিকাল সবাই একটা সিজন খেলেছে, এক্সপেরিয়েন্সটা একটা ম্যাটার করে। আর
দ্বিতীয়ত দেবদত্ত পালিকাল struggled with the strike rate. He was strike rating as an average of 120, I think, in some of the games. And I also think that it was one of the reasons why RCB lost 5 consecutive games, because RCB has relied on AB de Villiers and Virat Kohli mainly. And now that Devdutt Padiggal is opening with Aaron Finch or maybe Joshua Philippe, the innings is getting slow, and Kohli is coming to bat at maybe the 9th over if the openers are, through the power play, and then Kohli is not able to play his role. He plays the role of an anchor, whereas now he has to play the role of an aggressor. So that has been a concern for RCB. Whereas Surya Kumar Yadav has been excellent with that.
I can say that in eliminator, I think Virat Kohli did one big mistake, that he came in the opening batting. So I think that is not the right decision. He should have gone with Moeen Ali, because if he want to change the opening pair, I think he should have gone with Moeen Ali or Aaron Finch, which was their previous choice. So I think that was the main mistake for which they lost the eliminator. And also in the bowling department, they are quite relying on only Yuzvendra Chahal, but we have seen in the eliminator that Adam Zampa also bowled well after coming into the team after a long gap. So I think there might be some flaws there in the bowling also. And after that KKR match against RCB, I think RCB have lost much of its control, because the last match they played against KKR, in which they have won, we've seen a different RCB team with different mindset, because the bowling was and the fielding was totally different in that match. But after that, I think they should have not changed the team as well, and they should have gone with the same team, and would have seen them in the qualifier too.
Chris Morris was injured. That's why they got.
Yes. That is the main reason.
Whereas I didn't understand why they had to rest Isru Udana. He was quite decent with the ball, but they went for Adam.
But for me, the resurgence of Sunrisers has been the form of Jason Holder. He has picked up his form at the right time.
Yeah, he was a replacement of Mitchell Marsh, and turned out to be well. Also, Saha has been quite good.
Yes. So now the main question here lies that there was no Ridhiman Saha at the beginning when SRH was it was a below average team. It was going like there was no proper middle order. The Manish Pandey was not getting firing. So there was a problem in their opening as well, because none of Bairstow or David Warner, they were not firing together. So when Bairstow got dropped and was probably got injured probably, so then Ridhiman Saha came into the picture, and he shown that what's the meaning of support. He gave a support to David Warner when David Warner was
he allowed
a bit.
He actually allowed David Warner to play more freely short.
And I can say that was a good decision, because Johnny Bairstow is not such a player to play in a slow pitch. So I think that is the main reason that Johnny Bairstow was dropped and Jason Holder was picked up in the team. And also with the inclusion of Ridhiman Saha, I think that position was quite well balanced.
Yeah, dropping Johnny Bairstow, turned out to balance the team, because when Bairstow was opening with Warner wasn't able to play freely. It was Bairstow who was striking the ball, and Warner was protecting his wicket, which is not his natural game. His natural game was in the last 4 games, though he flopped yesterday. But the previous 3 games, he was quite great with the bat.
Yeah. And I think that Ridhiman Saha's inclusion has made the team much more balanced, as I said, and also Jason Holder, who also gave a power into the middle order of Sunrisers, as well as picking regular wickets. As well as picking the regular wickets also made them to come back into this IPL. Otherwise, you can see that they have been in the number 7 or number 6 at the beginning of this season IPL.
Yeah, at the halfway season.
He was a good all-rounder, because Sunrisers.
He's been number 1 all-rounder in Test.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so we have a question now from Arko Prabhu Manna. Do you think Saha will be missed versus Delhi? Now the question goes to Aman.
Sure.
Yes, for sure. Saha will be missed, because Shrivats Goswami has been called as a replacement for Saha, and Saha is injured and he'll not be able to play tomorrow's game. And you see, Shrivats Goswami has been in the talks from 2008. He was the emerging player of
the tournament.
But he hasn't, developed
He hasn't played much of IPL.
Yes, true.
Yes, he hasn't played much of IPL. And if you talk about Saha, he has a big match experience. You talk about the 2014 final against
Yeah, in
KKR where he
2015 he scored
Finally,
scored.
a century.
the century.
He smashed Nari, though it was in Chinnaswamy, but he smashed Nari in all over the park. So he
Yeah,
has the
yeah.
experience and in keeping skills, he's much better than Srivastava Goswami.
Saha is
Uh,
the
Yeah, yeah,
best keeper of Indian team, so he has that experience. He has that star
yeah.
factor that is needed. Whereas
And
Suraj
I
Goswami is just a domestic player, so it definitely
and
But
makes.
you
I
never know,
think
yeah.
that
Anything can happen in cricket.
Yeah,
Srivastava
that's
yeah.
for sure.
Goswami getting a
Even
50.
Manvinder Bisla smashed 89 in 2012 final and got KKR
Yes.
the trophy. So anything is possible.
After that, he flopped. After that year, in 2013 and 2014, he flopped just.
It is
Played
because I
different
can
from the
say you,
team.
Riddhiman Shah is a perfect opener rather than a middle order wicketkeeper batsman,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why you can see that when he open the batting, he can play in different mood, and his bat swing as well as his playing different shots across the ground. And his special was that
True.
sweep shot which he played last day was one of the best shot I have seen from his bat. And I
Yeah.
think
and his
that
stats
he's
are also better. His stats are also better as an opener.
yeah as an opener
Yeah,
rather than a
he
middle
plays
order
he
wicket
plays
keeping
regularly
batsman.
cricket. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Mohun Bagan FC, for
Yeah.
Mohun Bagan Club, he plays regularly as an opener. So he has
True.
record of scoring 100 in just 20 balls or out. Right.
Yeah.
So he has those shots.
Okay, so we have a question from Pakhar Bhattacharya once again. Why there are very few Bengali players getting chance in IPL?
You should
Amit
ask the
with
question
the question.
to the franchise why they are not picking.
Maybe
I
because that's the
don't.
faith. Because of the faith, as you can see,
Yes.
last
Don't
year
you
Bengal
think
played
though?
a good Ranji domestic circuit. They played a good Ranji season last year, but previous seasons they were not quite good enough. But I
Uh,
hope Ishan Porel got more chance in Kings 11 Punjab where they lacked
but he
Indian
didn't.
bowling, but he
True.
didn't.
Very
I
So
would
true.
say
I said,
KKR
There
needs
was
to
no
look at
chance.
the
There was
selection.
no chance. With the likes of Shami, Quadtrail, or Jordan, he
yes,
has no chance.
but
And
Like
it,
if you talk
the,
about
I said,
Bengali players
Pandya and Bumrah.
In Ranji team, if you look at our Ranji team, starts with Abhimanyu Ishwaran. Nothing against other state players, but he's not actually the Bengali we call. He's from Dehradun and he has come here. If you talk about Abhishek Raman, right?
and not
Varun
only them,
He
if you
stays
if
here
you
at Bonga. Though he stays here at Bonga, he's not from Bengal, right? If you
yeah,
talk about Shahbaz Ahmed, he's an
even
engineer from
Muhammad Shami,
Haryana.
Mohammad Shami is also a
Mohammad
good
Shami is from
example.
Uttar Pradesh. His brother is
yeah,
playing. He's from Uttar Pradesh. Akash, Mukesh. They are both
yeah,
from Bihar mainly, right?
yeah,
You have to have
yeah.
players of Bengal from Bengal in the Ranji side first, and then we talk about getting them in IPL. So
That's
IPL is a
why
big.
Ishan Podel was only the good chance we can show a perfect example of a Bengali player who is playing in IPL.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He has got great potential. That's why he's in the team of being the
Yes, yes.
net bowler for
Reason,
the Australian tour.
yes, yes, Australian. He,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ishan Porel, T. Natarajan, and
Yeah,
Nagarkoti are
yeah.
going as the net bowler for the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Australian team.
Natarajan has been expensive. No,
Yeah,
he has
I
the
think
way he has
Natranjan
played
is
in
the
KPL.
Natranjan can be tried in Indian T20 team as a left-hand
Yeah,
bowling
yeah,
option
sure.
because his
He
Yorkers
has
are nail biting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
He has bowled 63 Yorkers in the tournament. Can you
Yes,
believe?
yes, yes, yes.
63
More than
And
Yorkers.
I
anyone else
have
in the tournament.
and in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
last few years, I have never seen such a Indian left-hand bowlers after the retirement of Zahir Khan or
Yeah, yeah.
Irfan Pathan.
Yeah,
You
he
can
should be
see.
given a chance. Like players
I
like
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he
Ravi
yeah.
should
Shankar
have.
are
Should
getting
be.
their names in all three formats.
Yeah,
And see, even Varun Chakraborty got his name in the T20 team.
Yeah, yeah. For
So,
Bhuvan Chakraborty, I can
but
say,
just because of one season,
though,
he has had only one good season for KKR this
yes,
year. So
hope he
even
plays
Natarajan
good.
deserves a chance because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
picked Deepak Chahar in T20, right?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Bhurun got picked because of not having Kuldeep Yadav.
yes, yes,
Because
Yes,
yes.
if
that is the
Kuldeep
main
Yadav was
reason.
in the team, Kuldeep Yadav was in the team, Bhuvan Chakraborty was nowhere.
Kuldeep Yadav
Because
was
he had
picked in
only
Test.
good season. Bhuvan
Kuldeep
Chakraborty has only
Yadav is
one good
completely
season.
low on
So
confidence.
it has been unfair to other bowlers who has been absolutely high into their skills for the last couple of seasons, and they have not given any chance. Bhuvan Chakraborty has one big season, rather very good season, and he has got the chance. He should make
Yes.
full use of it.
Okay, so the next question from Asif Ekram. what are your views on which player should KKR retain next season? Okay,
Only
so we
Morgan.
will go for a very short explanation for this because our main theme is today the qualifier 2, which
It
is
depends
tomorrow.
upon the KKR management, right? So
I
if they
think
change the management, then the things will be different. If they keep the same management, the things will be different.
Acha,
No,
do you think that Dinesh Karthik must be retained by KKR management?
no.
No, 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 no.
I think Shubman Gill should be retained for sure.
yeah,
He is
yeah.
a
Yeah.
promising young
Owen
He's
player.
a
He can
Morgan.
future.
be
He's
the
a
future
future.
captain of the team.
I can name you three of the players which can be retained. The three confident: Shubman Gill,
John
Owen
Morgan.
Morgan, and
Yeah.
I think Pat Cummins should be retained because as the next season we don't know that where the IPL will be held. So if it is
No, no,
coming
no,
back
no.
to
IPL will be
India,
held. IPL will be held in India. Saurabh Ganguly has confirmed
No, but
yesterday.
I think retaining Pat Cummins wouldn't be a good point from wouldn't be a good
Yeah, yeah.
call from the business point of view
I
because
agree.
he was picked for 14.5 crores, right?
yeah,
And
Yeah.
He can be. He can be.
he was picked for 14.5 just because there were not many options. Only three ballers were there. It was Pat
yes,
Cummins, it was Sheldon Cottrell, and it was Chris Morris. You had to choose between these three. So the choices were less, and the demand was no. That's why he was picked for 14.5. And
and
if this time they sell him in the auction, it's possible that they'll get him for less, like 9 or 10 crores.
5, 6. 5 or 6
yes.
also because the
I
quantity of
think
the
I
five would
think
be very much.
they should find a replacement for Andrew Russell in the middle order because as we have seen that there is no such perfect replacement of Andrew Russell in the KKR team. So they have gone with Sunil Narine, and he had only played only one match perfectly. That was against Delhi, and other matches when he came in the number 4, he didn't give his best. So I think that a replacement of Andrew Russell is must in the
Nicholas
KKR team.
Puran is
And
a great player
I
as a
think they
replacement.
need one experienced in national bowler, fast bowler. If
India
Yeah,
first.
all the
Very true.
yeah.
That's what we lack in
Nagarkoti
India.
and Mavi is too young. Mavi is too young. You can't rely on them all time, right?
But they
And
have
Experienced fast
done a
bowlers
pretty
are
good
Jasprit
job.
Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and all three of them
I
will be
don't
retained
think,
by their teams.
I
Hmm.
don't think so. They will be released by the franchises.
But
Yes,
I
so
And
think
next year there is
options
as
no
are
we
important.
mega auction, right? There will no
as
question
we
of
and
saw with
retaining.
Bumrah, as we
Three
saw
players
with
can be retained,
Bumrah,
right?
how he was groomed by Mumbai Indians,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can groom those two as a good fast bowler. So
and I
We have to
high.
nurture them first.
Yes, yes, yes,
Shivam Mavi has
absolutely.
shown
I think
his
if they
talent.
can bring someone in place of Kyle Mills, nothing against Kyle Mills, but you need to groom the fast bowlers and you need to have big names at least.
but
Who
we
is
need
being experienced.
Indian wicketkeeper first in replacement of Dinesh Karthik in KKR.
Yeah, yeah. I think nothing
If
against
they
Nikhil
manage
Naik,
to
but
get
I
Saha,
don't know why Nikhil Naik is in the team.
Nikhil Naik was
Hmm.
given 2 or 3 chances. He didn't prove himself, although I think he should
Yes,
have.
last year
If
also he
he had
got a
somehow
chance.
managed to get
But
Saha,
it
Saha is
looks
from
he's not
Kolkata.
fit.
Yeah, Nikhil Naik is
If you
not
look
fit.
at
Yes.
the body shape, he's not fit. It looks.
Yeah, yes. He is
And
not fit. If KKR gets Saha in
Siddesh
place of
Lad.
Karthik, then that would solve a lot of problems. Saha is from
Yes,
Kolkata. He has experience of Eden. He can keep the
Yeah,
wicket.
sure.
Yes, yes.
He can back up the order,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
is experienced. 2 or 3 times the team lost 3 wickets in the power play. And if a
He
player
needs
like
to
Saha
someone
is
to
in the
anchor.
middle of the order, so that adds experience. So I think that will solve the problem, and it would be a great buy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think
yes.
that things will be different after mega auction in 2022 maybe.
Okay, so a question from Rahul Shil asking me what are the chances of Delhi winning tomorrow? See, Rahul, Delhi have a great chance, but before the RCB match, they had a very poor run, and their middle order is not at all working properly. You may say that Rishabh Pant, except Shreyas Iyer, and the two big centuries from Shikhar Dhawan, uh, it was absolutely a below average performance from Prithvi Shaw
Yeah.
and especially Rishabh Pant. So if the middle order gets settled for Delhi tomorrow, then only I can see a great chance because their bowling lineup is quite good, but the batting is not at all getting
Uh,
means they are not performing very
Yeah.
well.
See,
So I will
see,
I
ask
think
them to
I think
yes, sir.
Daniel Sams should be left out in and Shimran
Yeah,
Hetmyer should be called in
he is.
because
Yes,
they
Yes,
are not
Shimran is
having
not
such an
Alex Carey.
experienced middle order
Yeah.
except Marcus Stoinis.
most
I have not seen such a good
Yeah,
performance of the middle order.
maybe Shaw or Jinx have to sit out, and maybe Harshal comes in.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I think Ajinkya Rahane should be given a chance in opening. Rather, Prithvi Shaw should be given to sit in the bench.
Prithvi Shaw has been given many chances, but
Yes.
But
he is
what's the
just
problem
unable
with?
to go through the power play. He is getting out each and every game within the
Yeah.
first 3 overs.
The
Trent Bolt got
problem
him
with
out 3 times in
Prithvi
the
Shaw
first
is
over.
he's not consistent enough. He's not consistent enough.
On
He can
his day, he
play
can win you the game.
yes, completely. He
But
can
he's not
play
consistent.
flashing
Yes.
shots all over the ground, but there is one percentage in every ball that he gets out.
Yes, that's
With Jinx,
Okay, so
I think the problem lies in scoring runs after power play, right? It will be hard
Yes.
to find gaps for him to score,
the
right?
way
I think,
Prithvi
and
bats in
yeah.
the
All
power
the
play
pressure will
is
be on
quite
then Dhawan.
similar to Sunil Narine in KKR. When Sunil Narine used to open, the
Yeah,
fans used to hope that he just gets going through the power play. And same with Delhi Capitals. You never know when he gets out. In each and every ball, there is
yeah,
a probability that he'll get out, and he plays like that.
yeah,
Yes, I think Prithvi Shaw is
yeah.
having some late in timing with the ball because he allows the ball to come towards him, and that is the main
Yeah.
problem in Dubai. That when you allows the
With
ball
his,
to come towards you, it will either swing outside and give you a chance to get an edge out in the wickets behind the wicket. So I think that
yeah,
is the main problem with him that he didn't get a flow of scoring runs.
For
And
me, tomorrow's key point for DC will be Ashwin. If he gets
yeah,
going, then
yes,
Delhi Capitals have a good chance of
Ashwin is
winning.
having the
Yes,
big chance of getting the wicket of David Warner because
yes.
you know that
yeah,
against
yeah,
the left-hander batsman, you always try an off spinner to bowl out your overs. As we have seen Washington Sundar doing the same thing again in the group stage against SRH. So I think
okay,
Ashwin will
so
be the key bowler.
yeah. I think,
yeah, so
and
the
also
next
I think
question.
I
Marcus
think
Stoinis should open.
even Andrik Nokia should be given 3 overs in the power play tomorrow.
Yes,
Yeah.
Because you
that is
have
the
Rabada at
With
the
the
head. You take just 1 over
no,
Rabada in the power play and keep him
yeah.
on
Yeah,
hold
You
and
now
the likes of over a minute.
if you get multiple
Someone
wickets for SRH in the power play itself, what I meant.
Bloopers. And
Continue. अरे यार.
what about Shikhar Dhawan versus Warner? Both of them has been the best player for their side.
Yeah.
Shikhar Dhawan and Warner, yes.
once
Shikhar
Shikhar
Dhawan
Dhawan used to open with
Shikhar
David
Dhawan
Warner
has to
in
score
SRH.
but
Once
he has
Shikhar
poor
Dhawan,
average in the playoffs. Shikhar Dhawan has very poor average in the playoffs, so it
Yes,
will be
yes.
crucial.
And
I think Marcus
Sandeep
Stoinis
Sharma.
should open. Marcus
And
Stoinis should
Unfortunately,
open. He
all the
should give
Indian
an
players
no.
have bad average.
We can't try that. Let
Ajinkya can
him play
open
the middle order.
the innings with
I think
maybe
Shikhar and Ajinkya should open.
can open.
yeah.
He can open, but he's
Okay,
not getting runs. He hasn't hit
now
a
we have
six,
a
I guess.
question. Amit, we have a question from Pragyan Biswas.
Oh,
It's can
good boy.
SRH be this year's champion, beating both
They
DC
can
and
be.
MI?
They can be. They have the momentum with them.
MI have the highest
But
chances, followed by SRH. I'll say.
Okay, can we
yeah,
take a poll? Can we take a poll from each of you, each of our side?
Yes,
I
take a poll. Means who will be the champ?
I will
We
have to
start
go
with
with DC.
that
Fingers
poll,
crossed.
DC.
poll. I
DC,
means
Ama,
the
DC.
percentages.
yes,
Okay,
I
Okay,
I'll
will
between
do
who will be
that
the IPL
later.
champion or who will be winner of the next game?
winner qualified to a champion. Yes.
Qualify to champion.
Qualified to
Qualified
maybe. Yeah. Carry on.
qualified to winner should be SRH in my opinion, and they'll go on to win the trophy.
Very good.
I would like to
Dan?
see. I would like to see DC winning this time.
I will like to say SRH winning. Clearly
Uh,
momentum with them. So complete winners in my
uh,
opinion.
So,
for me, I think heart says Delhi, but mind says SRH.
very
So
good.
we are
Now,
completely against Mumbai Indians.
Interestingly, no, Mumbai Indians.
uh,
Yeah. Nothing else
Completely
nice.
biased.
Nothing else Mumbai. Nothing else Mumbai.
Maybe they have got so much success. We don't want them to
Yeah.
Yes,
win
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
game.
that is the main
We
reason.
want new unions. We want new
We
Yes.
unions.
we want new champions. Though SRH have already won it once, but still we want it because they have got
Yeah. The brand of cricket
lot
they
of
played.
youngsters. lot of youngsters, and also the quality of cricket they have
Yeah, yeah,
played
yeah.
throughout the years.
Hey, you know that
And
Sandeep Sharma, he's
yeah,
been absolutely
Yes,
brilliant.
he has been
Yes,
literally
Sandeep
I
fantastic.
Sharma
don't know
is one of
why
the most underrated players.
Punjab released
Yes,
him.
Sandeep Sharma has been quite underrated. I saw a stat
Jasprit
yesterday.
Bumrah
He has,
and
just,
Sandeep
he has
Sharma
two
have the
more.
same records.
He
Yes,
has
yes.
two.
Yeah, yeah,
He has
yeah.
two more wickets than Bumrah. But
Bumrah.
yes, Bumrah is quite phenomenal because he has the death over in his hands.
And
He
he's
can.
got Virat Kohli out 7 times in 15
Yeah,
games.
which is the most.
Yes.
Okay, so we
Yeah,
have a new
yeah.
question from Orkopo Manna. Priyam Garg or Abhishek Sharma, who should play for SRH tomorrow?
I think Abhishek Sharma, he gives a extra bowler. He can
I
bowl
think
one or two
I
over
also think
quickly at some
Abhishek
point.
Sharma,
I
because
No,
would
he's
say
a,
Priyam
Priyam
Garg,
I will say Priyam
he
Garg.
failed
Yes.
last day. Priyam Garg, he failed last
because
day. He couldn't finish the match. I thought he would finish the match with Kane or anyone, but he
the
No,
couldn't.
I
Saints have
think
Rashid Khan as well as Shahbaz Nadeem.
Shahbaz Nadim.
And
Shahbaz
as
Nadim fills up the place for the left-hand spinner.
yes, yes, yes.
But
And
I
as far as
Yeah.
think,
batting is
but I
concerned,
think
Priyam Garg has
they have
already
only
proved
5
it.
bowlers, right?
but
They
I
have
think
SRH only
Bumrah,
have
Abhishek
they have
5 bowlers.
Sharma.
Kuldeep, they have Natarajan, they have Rashid, and they have this guy, Shahbaz Nadeem. A total of
Yeah.
5. They are playing Samad. Samad can play as a spinner too. Because
But
if
I
they're
think
I
playing
don't
Bumrah
know.
to bat, he's been underused. Because that
yes,
is the position of an all-rounder.
Maybe Vijay Shankar comes in. I don't know about his injury. I
He
don't.
is injured. He's injured.
no, I
Oh,
think
then
Abhishek
no
Sharma
chance.
is the perfect replacement because of the spin which we have seen in Abu Dhabi so far. So I
Yes.
think Abhishek Sharma can do at least 1 or 2 overs if they want a momentum to take a wicket, as we have seen sometimes in Indian team that Kedar Jadhav comes and deliver some brilliant spell in the middle overs. So I think Abhishek Sharma can be used like that also, that he can come and give some wickets.
Uh, and
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
possibility is that they drop Samad and they go with Abhishek Sharma as well as Priyam Garg. Because
Yeah,
Samad has been
that is
underused.
that is
This
one
might
of the
Interesting
most.
happen.
option. But I
But
don't
I
think
don't think they will.
Yeah, they
Abhishek
won't.
But I
Sharma will
don't think
drop
SH will break the winning
Yes, yes.
combination.
They are
winning
winning
combination.
Yeah,
for 4 games.
winning
They won't
Yeah,
break
yeah,
combination.
yeah,
the streak.
yeah.
Okay, so the next question comes from Rahul Shil. Who should KK retain next year if the mega auction happens? Should
First
they
of all,
let
Why
go
is
of Russell
why
and
people
Morgan
are
and retain
interested
them?
in KKR so much? Why people are interested in
Actually,
KKR?
they
I think
it
they
has
should
been a
not let
total.
go of Russell.
Actually, they KKR was so inconsistent this time because you will see that the last match they had played, the way they have played, it was
Yeah,
like
the
means
team
it
has
was
potential to beat each and every team one-sidedly.
yes.
yeah.
But the team has
It's
been
not
quite
like
inconsistent.
KKR is a bad team. It's all
One
about
First
of
the
of
the
all, I
major
think they
consistency
need
that
to
the
have a
problems
team
that
stable
has.
batting order. They need to have a
I,
Yes,
stable
I
batting
true.
order.
Very
I
Too
true.
much
I
the major
change,
think
problem was Dinesh
too much
Karthik.
change is
He was
can't help.
bad. Each game he was sent up the order and he couldn't perform. But a
yes,
couple of games he was sent down the order to bat in the 16th over,
and he
where he
delivered.
performed. Yes, he delivered. But then again they sent him up the order. And that's not his position. In 2019 semi-final, India were 3 for 3 when he came, and
No, no,
he
five
got
for
out
three.
after scoring 3 or 4 runs.
Five for
Whereas
three.
in the Nidas Trophy, he came to bat in the last 2 overs and he made history. So I think he should
Yeah,
be
yeah.
used as a
When about the
finisher.
case
Whereas
of
Morgan,
Nidas Trophy, actually Rohit Sharma wanted it to play late. He wanted him to
yes,
play
yes,
Mustafiz rather Vijay Shankar
yes,
going and playing right.
he sent
You have the
Shankar
experience.
above him. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
Dinesh
that
So
is a
the
good batsman.
yeah, a new question comes from Kaneki Ken. Yes, Kaneki Ken is a very means he is a regular viewer of our shows.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you.
Kaneki for being with us always. So Kaneki, what about playing Trent Bolt and Bumrah together for MI in the finals?
That's the
Magic.
yeah, that is the
best
main. I
fast
think that
bowling
is a
duo
good
Magic.
I've
decision.
ever seen in IPL.
But
Not in IPL, but
according,
in the world. But in the world, I
but
Yes,
can
that is
assure.
according,
literally the
but
best bowling duo.
if the
Yeah,
news of the groin injury is true, then a person having a groin injury
Yeah,
can't
true.
come back from the
He
injury
can't.
within
Yeah.
the time
I
which is
Yes.
think
left
I
for the
think
final.
I think that will not affect MI too much because
yeah,
they have got a lot of brilliant players in their
their
squad.
bench
They
strength
could
is
go
too much.
Bumrah with
So
Pattinson and Carlton Nile.
yes, yes, I think
Yeah.
they can go with
Hey,
Pattinson or Coulter Nile. And you have seen that Rohit Sharma didn't play 3 or 4 matches, but Mumbai
Yeah, they were not effective.
still showed their winning possibility and also won some brilliant matches. So I
I'd also
think
say
you
the
that
know,
Rohit shouldn't open the innings now because from the match he left, Ishan Kishan started opening the
Yes.
batting with Quinton de
Yeah.
Kock, and MI
And
were
Saurav
fantastic
Tiwari
with the bat.
and Saurav Tiwari came
Sorry, comes.
in the middle
Yeah.
at
I-
number 4, I think.
Yeah.
Saurav
He
Tiwari
used to
came at
bat
number
at 4.
4.
Till 2017, he used to bat at 3 or 4 for MI. He can continue
Yes.
to
Yeah.
do that. There is only one game left. You have the finals left, and Rohit flopped in the last game. So I think Kishan should open the batting with de Kock, followed by Surya Kumar Yadav, and then Rohit
Then
Sharma.
Rohit Sharma.
And Rohit Sharma is
Interesting.
means he has flopped since he came back from the injury, because in the
Yes.
last
Yeah. He
league
didn't play
match
in New
also
Zealand. Last
he
day
had a
he didn't
0.
play.
But I
Yes.
will not like Rohit Sharma come down the order, because the opener Rohit Sharma can do
Yeah. Magic.
wonders, as we
If
know.
he gets going, then it
He
will be,
gets going.
yeah,
Yes. He is a
it will
match
be
winner.
Okay,
You
so
horrible
can't
for
have
the
match.
bowlers.
if you have the option that from Kaneki Kane once again, who should play for MI in the finals between Pattinson and Coulter Nile? What will
Pattinson.
be your
I will go
answer?
for Pattinson.
If Bolt
I
and
will.
Bumrah are playing, then surely Pattinson. You could use
Yes.
Pattinson
Yeah.
in the power play and save
Yeah.
overs
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
Bolt and Bumrah in death.
I
In
He
the
can
came as
death.
a replacement of Malinga, right? And he played brilliantly in the first couple of games.
I can have a. I can also give one suggestion that if MI wants more batting depth, so I can
I
think
don't
they
think so.
should
They
go
will.
with Coulter Nile, because Coulter Nile
Yeah,
have smashed once
he bagged
96
well,
in
yes.
World
In
Cup,
the World Cup,
so he
yes.
is also having
Yeah.
the batting flow. So if they want a finisher role, I think they can go with Coulter Nile, but maximum probability is going with
Yes.
Pattinson.
Yeah, they have
Because
batting depth. Their
enough.
But
batting field,
for MI,
Kunal
their
Pandya.
batting strength is huge. They have the
Yes,
likes of
I would
Pollard,
Yes,
say
Kunal
Pattinson is needed.
Pandya, Hardik Pandya.
Because see, they have only one game left, and if the batting goes till Pattinson, then there's quite less chance that they're winning the game too.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
yes.
Okay, a new question comes
No,
from Pragyan Dishash. As Riddhiman Shaha will not play tomorrow, do Williamson shall begin the opening with Warner?
Yeah, I
Because
don't
think
think
that
Sylvester
will
so.
be
was
a good
probably
Don't
option.
think so.
what a duck.
I don't think so because with the likes of Kane Williamson you have in the middle order, they can even stability, right? If you have 2 or 3 wickets down upright in the power play, then he can play the anchor role rather
Yeah, that's what happened in
smashing
the
the
last
ball.
game.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
He
yeah.
got two
Yes,
wickets in
yes,
power
yes.
plays and he
I
anchored the game.
yeah, yeah. I would like to have Kane Williamson before Manish Pandey comes in.
No,
Was
Yes, Manish Pandey.
I actually think that Williamson can open, because in New Zealand T20 team once he used to open with Martin Guptill, and he
Yeah,
used to smash the ball outside the park every time. And we have seen Williamson in different mode while playing Test cricket and while playing T20 cricket against India last year. So yes,
in this season he
Williamson.
opened the game too.
Yes, and he played in attacking mode. We have seen that
Yeah,
against KKR.
he was
He played
injured
in,
and
started
he
playing
couldn't
in
run,
attacking.
so he started with attacking. Yes, yes, yes. That's super
And
true.
Okay, so
and that is a good option, I think, in the left right
uh,
combo.
yeah,
another question from Arkaprabha Manna for our cricket analyst Amit Das. Amit, does left-right batsman opening combo give any advantage to the team batting?
yeah. Sure. The bowlers have to change the line and length every time. You have the field settings for the right batsman, and if he takes a single, then you have to change the fielding setup for the left hand batsman. So it's advantageous for the batting team.
And I think
Okay,
that now in this year's IPL against the left-hand opening batsman, it has been very common that we have seen all the time off spinner is coming, be it any
Yeah,
yeah.
part timer or any off spinner is coming into the bowling power play, and they are quite delivering the wickets to their team. So I think that is also one of the key battle. If you look after every matches against RCB, SRH or Delhi, you can see that yeah, tomorrow's match, Ashwin will be a key factor. That's what everyone said
yeah,
against
sure,
Warner.
sure.
And I think Ashwin
So,
Yeah,
will try to bowl in power play at least 2 or 3 overs. So that is
sir,
also a
about
I
battle
the
to
think.
watch.
What do you think?
Rob-
Win the toss and bat first or bowl first? What will be your answer?
It's a pressure game.
Uh,
Bat first.
Bat first, yeah.
I think in
But
Abu
in
Dhabi,
Dubai, but in Abu Dhabi, the team's batting second has won 8 times out of 9 times
but
in the
from the
I
last
last
think
match,
9 games.
if you have seen carefully that they are in the last match in against RCB, we have seen that ball didn't become wet and the dew was not coming in the
Yeah,
second inning. So
yeah.
SRH got little more tensed. So
I
I
think
think batting should be the
so.
good option if they
The
winning the
batting
toss.
switch will be much easier. The
And
balls will
see,
come on the bat nicely.
if
Yes.
the if let's suppose SRH bat first by winning the toss,
Yeah,
and they put up 180 on the board. And
Yeah.
now when SRS start bowling in the second over and Sandeep manages to get Shikhar Dhawan, DC are in complete pressure. They need to
Yes,
chase
that is the main
Yeah,
main
yeah,
thing
yeah.
I am going to tell.
the batting first and pressure game helps.
Do you
Yeah.
all think
If you have
Rabada has?
runs on the board in the continue.
You control.
Eh,
You finish then. I will.
if you have runs on the board in a big match, then it will be dangerous things for the teams batting second, right? So I think they may bat first as well.
Yes, batting
Okay,
first is a good option in the
a
tough
question,
matches.
from my side, to all the cricket experts sitting with
Yeah.
me today. This question is that we have seen that in these IPL there were three types of fields, means you can say pitches. One which
Abu
is
Dhabi,
Abu
Sharjah.
Dhabi, one Dubai, one Sharjah. Which one do you think that which one was the toughest for all the teams to bat
I
on
think
or
Abu
bowl
Dhabi.
on?
Abu Dhabi is the
For
toughest.
bowlers, I will say Sharjah because of the
Yes,
ground size.
because there has been a sudden change in the last few
Yes,
Yeah,
pitches
yeah, yeah.
which was played in
that
Sharjah.
that's the best
Yeah,
part.
There
yeah.
has been
The
a
runs are
complete
not coming
change.
up easily. Runs are
But
not coming up easily because
I
of the
think
slowness in the pitch.
I think Abu Dhabi is the toughest because you can see that Abu Dhabi, one of the lowest score was also defended whilst batting first, and also one
Yeah.
of the highest score that we have seen Punjab doing against RCB. So I think there was a rich variation in Abu Dhabi rather than Sharjah. Yes, also Sharjah did the Sharjah also we have
But
seen
Sharjah has
a
a
big
Sharjah is a
change
nightmare for
disadvantage.
the bowlers. Sharjah is a
Sharjah
yes,
was
nightmare for the bowlers.
at the first half.
Sharjah,
not an
yes, yes, big
a
boundaries.
pitch
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
equally favors the bowlers.
Yeah.
It was complete for the bats. Like Rahul Tewatia chased 90 of 5 overs, right? In
Yeah,
that
yeah,
game,
Yeah.
right.
which is
Yes, that five
I'm telling you
five
that's
sixers of over.
Five
it's less.
sixes.
The
Well done,
probability
Parker.
is nearly 1% in a normal ground,
No,
and
no, no. Yeah.
Sharjah is just a nightmare for the bowlers and dream for the batsmen. So I think it
Yeah.
was not the best ground to play such a good cricket league. That was completely biased for the batsmen. Abu Dhabi was
But at the later stage of the tournament, I means we have seen that how the pitch got changed in
Big
Sharjah,
change.
and the bowlers
Yes,
were
Yeah,
also
yeah. The
wearing
pitch became
a
much
lot
slower.
of changes.
The pitch became much slower in the later half.
Yeah.
The matches become completely different, completely
Yeah.
opposite.
At first,
No big
at first we're used to see, the totals of 200, 220, 180, 190
220
easily.
was
But
chased in the
nowadays,
first
it's
half, and in second half, 130 was defended.
Yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
that is the main thing we have seen in Dubai, the variation in the pitch. So
True.
I think
Very true.
it will be a quite tough battle between the teams. They are already in the top three of this year's IPL.
Okay, so I have another question that we have seen in the last minutes in the DC versus RCB match. We have seen that Shahbaz Ahmed from Bengal played a brilliant role and took 2 wickets
yeah.
as
He
well.
picked up a
Do you
wicket, right?
think that
Of Rahane.
probably 2 wickets he have taken? I don't remember,
Maybe,
one or two. I
maybe.
don't remember, but
Yeah.
he bowled awesome.
He
But
bowled. Yeah.
still, he didn't got a chance against
Yeah.
SRH. Do
He,
you think that it was a problem? Means it was a fault from the RCB management?
no, no, no. It was known.
No,
It
I
was
don't
known
think
that he will not get a chance easily because when you have the likes of Washington Sundar or Yuzvendra Chahal as the spinners, who's been
If you
absolutely
have
playing
seen,
brilliant
if
from
Amit,
RCB.
yes, Amit,
Yeah.
if you have seen that yesterday we have saw that Washington Sundar haven't bowled a single over. Don't you think
Yesterday,
that they are?
yesterday he had bowled.
yesterday he
Yes.
didn't bowl.
Yes, yesterday
He
he had
bowled.
bowled. He bowled.
He had bowled.
But
He
He
was
bowled two
smashed
or
for
three overs.
21 runs in 2 overs.
okay, it was Shivam Dubey bowled only 1 over.
Yes,
Yes, right.
Shivam
Yes,
Dubey.
Yeah,
I have one
Shahbaz Nadeem
opinion.
was brought in for Shivam Dubey.
I was an
Yes.
yeah, yeah,
opinion
yeah,
that
Yeah, please go.
I think Shivam Dubey should be given the last over when should
yeah,
have
yeah,
been
yeah,
given the last over because
yeah.
that if you have seen carefully, he was bowling two slow deliveries in the last over, and
Yeah.
already while you are defending 9 or 10 runs in the last over, you should try with a different option rather than going with your regular
Uh,
options. So I
Yes,
think
See,
yes.
Shivam
for,
yeah.
Dubey should have given
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
last over bowling.
And for Saini, pace is his main strength, right?
That is the
yes,
And
main
yes,
problem
correct.
that he
And
yeah,
has.
yeah,
from Shahbaz Nadeem, if
yeah.
you're
They just
playing
use
him,
the pace.
if
Can will
Shahbaz
just keep
Nadeem
the
plays, you can
ball
just
over
hope that
Saini.
he does something for the team. Whereas Shivam Dubey, you know he can smash the ball hard. So they're keeping him as a replacement. And in one of the games he scored 30 odd runs, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah.
last league game, I think. He was in my Dream 11 team.
Yeah. If you can see one video where Dubey smashed, I think he was playing some T20
Yes,
leagues
in
in
the Mumbai,
Yes, he-
Mumbai
Wankhede.
T20 league.
Wankhede
Wankhede.
for the side of Vinod Khamli, right? He smashed almost 5 sixes in the last over. Man, he's been brilliant. He's been absolutely
Even in
brilliant
Indian
cricket for the
team, when
Mumbai from the
Hardik was
very
injured, he
first match
got a
he played.
chance. Yes, in the
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
first match.
You know, if you remember the game against Bangladesh last year, he got almost 2 wickets. He was on a hat trick, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
And in one of the
Yeah.
games, Virat sent him above him. He came first down to bat and he
Yeah.
scored a half century in
Yeah.
30 balls.
Yeah.
So he has shown his talent. That's why RCB are trusting Shivam Dube more than Shehbaz
Yeah.
Ahmed because he is just a youngster.
Actually,
but the
I can
problem
say
with
that.
but the
Actually,
problem
I
I
can
think with
say you
RCB
that
bowling lineup is continue.
I can say you that in T20 you can't rely on anyone perfectly because experienced bowler can
Yeah.
give you runs and youngster can save you match. In the example,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see T20 World Cup where an inexperienced bowler came to bowl in the final over and he delivered the wicket he delivered the big wicket. So I think in T20 it is too much unpredictable that who can do what we don't know. As we have seen in Rahul Tewatia's
Yeah.
batting in the stage that he smashed 30 runs of Cottrell, who was one of the leading wicket takers in international cricket.
Yeah,
So
for
I
West
think
Indies for sure.
it's too
Yeah.
much unpredictable.
So we have next question that will be the replacement of Pollard in next title. What do you think?
I think that Pollard is fit,
Pollard can
quite fit.
continue for one
Yeah,
more
yeah.
season.
He can continue playing for Mumbai
But
for at least
at the same
2
time,
to 3
Mumbai
seasons
should
at
look for
least.
a replacement.
But yes,
Because-
comparing it
Should look.
as we see two of the greatest hitters playing for KKR and Mumbai, I will prefer Pollard over Russell any day
Yes, because
Yeah.
he
because
is
he's
quite
more dependable.
dependable. Yes, he is more dependable. If you
Yeah.
if you have seen 2013
Yeah.
final,
Consistency too.
2000
He has more consistency too.
Yeah.
2013 final, Mumbai was totally down while
Struggling.
batting, and he
Again, Karan.
single-handedly take the run to 150 and won the match.
Which
So
was a winning score.
I guess Kiran Pollard is a big pillar for Mumbai Indians.
Yeah.
Mm,
Russell likes the ball to come onto the bat easily so that he can
Yes,
hit, he can smash the ball anywhere in the count. But Pollard, he can be useful in the slow pitches. We have seen in Dubai,
Yes.
Abu Dhabi, right? Yeah.
Russell,
He can
Russell,
smash the ball.
Save a
Yeah.
collapsing team. If you're down, if you've scored 30 runs and are down 4 wickets,
Yeah.
then you cannot hope that Russell will get you to 130 or 150. Whereas you can
Pollard
hope
can
that
play the
Pollard,
role of
because,
anchor.
Yes,
I
Pollard
think
is
Pollard can play, but Russell can't. He can
Russell's
smash the ball
strong zone
blindly.
is. I can say you that Russell's strong zone is when the bowler bowl in the slot. If you have
Slot,
seen
yes.
this
Yeah.
year's IPL,
In
none of
the
the
D zone,
bowlers
in the
would
D.
none of the bowlers have bowled him on slot, and everyone
All
tried
have
to
been
bowl
short.
him short.
All have been short.
Either
Yeah,
short
if you
or
remember the
like
game against-
outside of them.
in the last
If
game
you
against
remember the
Rajasthan
game against-
Royals, he was. Yeah, please continue. You can continue.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
In a game against DC, in the first game, I guess, against DC, KKR was KKR sent Russell in the over, and the next over, DC brought Ravada. Yeah, Russell hit Ravada for a six, and the next ball he bowled short with the pace, and he tried to smash it over, third man, I guess. Yeah, if I'm
Yes,
not
yes.
wrong, and he was gone. He was gone the next ball, right? So,
as
in the
I
case of
heard-
Pollard, it will not happen.
As I heard the name of Rabada, do you think he has been cold? He has been cold in the last few games.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
sure.
past 3 games, he
With
has.
the problem with Rabada, I think he's not varying the pace in the death overs. Yeah, batters are using his
Meanwhile,
pace.
you will
Exactly.
see that. Meanwhile, you will see that Anrek Northajay, he is
Yes.
showing a
Yeah,
real classy blue.
He has been the leader with the ball
fabulous.
for Telecapitals.
I will always prefer Andrej Nokia over Ravada any day for DC because every
Yeah.
day you can see his wicket column is
And-
full with 1 or 2 wickets, whereas
He-
Ravada
with-
is getting
Yeah.
smashed for the
With
last 2 days.
Rabada, I think he has got only one wicket in the power play. in this year's
Yes,
IPL?
only 1 wicket in the power
Yes.
play
Yeah,
this
yeah,
season.
which is a
Yes.
big concern,
And
big concern. You need to have someone breaking the
He has
cycle
been
in the power play already.
In the death,
and
you will get wickets for sure if you are a good enough bowler, because batsmen will
yes,
try to hit. Whereas in the power play, if you manage to get 2 wickets, you have almost won the game for your team if nothing goes
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
as
You
you can see
if you
with
get
uh,
yeah, yeah, continue.
as we have seen with
Yes, so
SRH, the opponents have been playing Rashid Khan carefully and trying to hit the other bowlers where the other bowler has been getting the wicket because they have been trying to hit them for runs.
And that's what is the reason behind Holder's success. He gets that
yes,
extra bounce because he has that extra height. And if the
height.
batsmen are trying to hit him with a preconceived idea, they'll miss it for sure. And most of the times he's getting the wickets because of the same reason.
Yeah, Rashid Khan has been a magnificent bowler in the T20 format, right? He has got huge wickets, almost like 300 odd wickets in the T20, and he plays all over the world, and he has the experience. You know,
He's
against
probably the
DC,
best bowler in T20
yeah,
cricket
yeah,
currently.
yeah. Right now, as of right now, he's the best. And now, if you remember the game against KKR, 2018 eliminator, if I'm not wrong, in the Eden Garden.
yes,
2017, I think. Oh,
2018,
no, no, yes,
2018.
2018. Yes, he was the man
He
of the
yeah,
match.
yeah,
smashed,
yeah.
he smashed in the
He
second last
won
over. So
He
he has been
won
handy with the bat
33, he
also.
took a catch, and he
and
got
a
three
run out
wickets,
too.
including a
A
toss.
run out
Yes, and
too.
a run
Yeah,
out too. Yes, yes.
And he
the
got the
run
wicket
out
of
he did
Russell.
the yeah, yeah, even the run out against Moeen Ali last
Yes,
day.
Yeah,
So
yesterday.
he's been absolutely
He hit.
yeah,
he has been providing them with every
yeah,
for SRH in every department.
yeah. And against DC, he has been absolutely magnificent. In the last 5 matches,
Yes,
he picked up, I guess, 10 wickets. He has been
and
his economy, I guess, 3.8 against DC in the last 5 games. So you can understand what Rashid Khan can do to DC batters.
Yeah. So a question from Arkaprabha Manna once again. Hetmeyer or Kimo Paul? Who should be placed in place of Daniel Sams tomorrow?
it's no doubt,
Hitman.
it's undoubtedly Hitman because Kimo Paul has
Because
not played any of the matches in this year's IPL, so it will be a
yeah,
mere big challenge for DC if they are going with Kimo Paul. So
I would say
Hitmare
they
will
Kimo
could try
Paul,
Alex
yeah,
Carey too.
I don't think he
Alex
hasn't.
Alex Carey, you can see that Alex Carey is not so much consistent in the international. So international, except the match against England, which in the last
Yeah,
He
before
scored
they have
70 odd
played.
runs. Yeah.
Yes, he scored 100 in the last match. He
Oh,
scored
yes, yes.
100 with Maxwell, who was also not so much consistent in this year's IPL, which
yeah.
made me really sad. So I think Hitman would be a good option,
I
another
have a
best
question
option.
for all of yeah. I I have a question for all of you guys. What about Pant?
Yes, he's so
Pant
means
See,
he
has
has
there
been
has been
pressurized
Totally
and pressurized
disappointing
in the
had
this
last
year.
few years. Pant,
no,
Uh,
there has been for me there has been a change in Pant's approach.
Yeah,
Pant is
transition. Yeah,
going much more slower. He has been trying to play his innings much more calmly and situation wise.
but
We
this
used
year
and
to
he's
when he
see
taking too
tried
many
to
balls.
smash the
when
bowler,
he
he
used to
couldn't.
bat freely, that's when
yes.
people said that he is the next Dhoni, because the way he batted
Yeah,
was fantastic. He
yeah.
was hitting every ball for
The
six.
way, yeah, the
And
range of shots he has,
nearly 2 or 3 times
he can
he
be.
was
He
even
can
close
be.
to
I
hitting
think
six
he needs to
sixes.
be.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he needs to be groomed really well.
Yes,
So
but
I
Even
think
under
Indian team
the
also.
captain, under the leadership of Ponting, I think no hate against Ponting, but I think he has
Yeah,
been pressurized to play maturely,
yes,
which
yeah.
should be the role
You
of
can't
Dhawan,
expect that
Rahane,
from
and
Pant.
Iyer. Yes,
Yeah,
Pant needs
yeah.
to
You
bat
can't expect that from
freely.
Pant. That
if
If you say
you
Hardik to bat maturely for Mumbai Indians, then you won't get the
yeah.
best out of Hardik.
No, no,
He
no.
bats freely and he hits, and that's why Mumbai Indians succeeding. Now you need the same from Pant, or maybe Dinesh
And
Karthik
even in
cricket.
the
Yeah.
last game, I thought Pant to really smash the bowlers, but he didn't. Also, the game against
I
Mumbai, yes,
if you have
yeah.
seen 2017 or 18 season where Rishabh Pant
Oh,
was when
yeah.
Delhi Daredevils
The
was down the table, but Rishabh Pant single-handedly take them to
Yes,
a
yes.
great
yeah.
level.
Yeah, he scored a century.
See,
The
I
last
think
year, the
under
way
the
he hit,
grooming of yes, under the grooming of Saurav Ganguly, he had been playing well.
Yes, yes.
And
A
if
question from
if
Abhishek
you give
no,
Banerjee.
no, no. I don't think so. Saurav only added anything extra, but even before
Which is
2019, he had also played brilliantly for DC, right? I don't think so. Saurav only had, yeah, he
You have a
had
new question.
impact, but I don't think so anything extra.
Okay, so a new question
Rather
from
next.
Abhishek Banerjee. Who has been the most underrated player in this season's IPL? Amit.
For me, Sandeep Sharma. For me,
Mm,
Sandeep Sharma.
Sandeep
For
Sharma.
me, it has
Aman.
been Kartik Tyagi from
Let me think.
Rajasthan.
Yeah,
Rajasthan Royals.
Natarajan. Yeah, sure.
Yes, Aman. What's your
I
answer?
would say my answer would be Rituraj Gaikwad.
Yeah,
But
He
he
had
very
not
much,
hasn't
been
played
given
very
too
much
much.
much.
chances.
He hasn't played too much cricket this time.
Yes, he
The
wasn't given much chances. Even
though
Dhoni said that the youngsters
Yeah,
haven't showed spark, and then he came and he smashed 3 consecutive 50s. And I
consecutive
think if he had
50s,
been
yes.
given the chances
yeah,
to bat with, he should have been opening with Watson, with Faf at 3, maybe Dhoni at 4 or maybe 5. Jadab shouldn't have been in the team, and so
And
even he could have been the
Ambati may
next
have been at 4.
Yes, Ambati
Ambati may
Rayudu is
have
there.
been
He could have
4.
been. Padikkal was given the chance to bat up the order. He was trusted,
Yes,
and
yes.
it paid off. Gill paid off. But if you
Yes.
don't give
I
chances to
think the
youngsters like Rituraj, then
Rituraj
then
Gaikwad came at 2 down in one match. Then he was dropped
yes, he
again.
got
yeah.
out for a dub.
He was stumped in the first ball. The
Yes,
Flames'
yes.
first IPL match.
He
Yeah,
tried to
I
play
think against
that shot.
SRH, if I'm not wrong.
And what's
Shivaji
the
Shuri
answer
is
of
the most
Shivaji?
underrated.
Uh,
Sorry.
There's a network issue.
Come on, this isn't. Hello, Shivaji.
Hello.
Getting?
Hello,
Yes.
hello. Yeah, continue.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah.
Who has
Underrated
been the
player.
most underrated?
It's very difficult to tell this year because there are lot more players who have been underrated.
Nicholas Puran could also be said as an underrated player. He was also fantastic. He added
I
24.
can I can go with Sandeep Sharma because Sandeep Sharma's name in every SRH match I am watching, none of them are telling Sandeep Sharma's name. Rather, they are going with David Warner, Jason Holder. But I think Sandeep Sharma
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
one of the key players who have
Unsung
performed well.
hero.
Yes, in the absence of
Unsung
yeah.
hero.
Bhuvneshwar, it
I
Yes,
didn't
agree.
feel
yes.
like
I
Bhuvneshwar was absent. He was
Yeah.
ball.
It
I
didn't seem
guess
that
Sandeep
Bhubaneswar was not
wasn't
there in
playing
this
for
IPL.
Sandeep wasn't playing for SRH in the beginning of IPL, I guess. He was
Yeah,
on the
because
bench.
of
Yes.
Bhuvi.
Yeah.
Yes, he was on the
When you
bench.
have
Bhuvi was
Bhuvi, you
playing.
can't see the team out.
Because I am saying this because if Bhuvi have done the same thing, so media would have been jumped up
It
and
did.
always covering Bhuvi is the best bowler
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Yes.
India,
yeah.
and I think Sandeep Sharma is the most underrated player because every day he
And
will
this
Yeah.
provide you a wicket in the power play.
and this isn't the first time
And
that Sandeep
he's
Sharma
not
is
leaking many
performing so
runs.
well.
Yes, he
Yeah.
was the leader of the pace attack for Kings 11 Punjab for nearly 4 years.
Punjab, yes,
Yes,
yes. And
Yeah.
once
I
I remember that he fought means neck to neck with Dwayne Bravo probably in some IPL and took the second highest or third highest wicket take. He was the
I
second
think
or
it was
third
in
highest wicket taker
2014.
in those.
2014.
Yes,
2014,
yes,
yes,
probably,
2014 when
probably.
Punjab was second.
Yes, yes. When
Yes, yes.
the
Yeah.
runs up, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
another underrated player I can say you that is Sam Curran. Probably he is one of the most underrated
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
He
he is in
was
the wicket.
among the
He was in
foreigners.
the wicket.
CSK.
Yes, among the foreigner, he is the one of the most underrated player
Yeah.
because in
The
Chennai,
best
I
he
player for
wanted him
couldn't.
CSK
at
this
Yeah.
season
KKR.
was Sam
I
Curran,
wanted him at KKR. A perfect replacement for Russell. I
For
wanted
Because
him.
okay, so for me, the most underrated was Varun Chakraborty. No one wondered that a boy
I
who
don't
got
think so.
smashed last year,
I don't
he
think so.
was
He's
just
underrated because he got an Indian call. What else do you want for recognition?
yes, means he got a call on
He
what you have to see on his
yes,
performance that he has performed for
Yeah.
the in the IPL.
I think Varun
And
Chakraborty he has said right because Surya Kumar Yadav, who had been scoring runs since 2014, every year he scored 500 odd runs, but still he didn't get any chance in the Indian team. Whereas Varun Chakraborty's mystery spell this year
Yeah.
yeah,
made him chance in the
Yeah.
Indian team. So and but we all thought that it was impossible for a player to get a chance in Indian team through IPL, but
yes,
nowadays it has
Yeah.
become so much easy,
Yeah.
and
It was for me.
many people are questioning that why did Varun got a chance, why did Sandeep is
Yeah.
not getting a
Yeah.
chance. I think it is a good choice to take a youngster into your team as a mystery spinner because you see
Yes,
Kuldeep has been too much recognizable nowadays because every team has got a left arm
Medium
Chinaman
bowler.
bowler. So I think Varun Chakraborty's the delivery which is going to deliver underarm and you have seen that he had already taken the wickets of Mahendra Singh Dhoni in 2 matches. So I think that is the main reason that he has been taken in the Indian team.
But I think it
It
will
will
be
be tough for him to bowl in Australia. It will be his first
yes,
tour to
yes.
Australia, and
I think
it is not
Australian
easy
pitch
at
will
all to
test
bowl
him.
spin in Australia.
Yeah, but
There
if
was no
he,
side spin. We have to,
succeeds in
yeah,
Australia, then he would ensure that he'll be in the playing 11 of Indian team for the next couple of years. Because if this guy can bowl well in the IPL in UAE and as well as in Australia and can get the wickets of Steve Smith or maybe a David Warner, if he
Yes.
proves out to be well, because Kuldeep hasn't been good in T20s for the past 2 years, be it KKR
yeah.
or be it Indian team, whereas Chahal has been fantastic. So if he can support Chahal with the ball, be economic, like if
Uh,
his economy in T20 is less than
And
7, that's
yes,
really good.
and
Yeah.
he is an economic bowler. He
Yes,
is an
yes,
economic
but
Very
bowler. We have
economical
seen
in
in
bowler.
the
this
match
IPL.
against Delhi, where Naren smashed 60 runs, every bowler was hit. If Ashwin was hit, Akshar was hit. Even Sunil Naren conceded 37 runs,
Yes,
whereas this guy
yes.
conceded 20 and
Sunil
got 5
Narine,
wickets. No one was able
See,
to hit him.
Varun Chakravarti has a good chance of fixing his place in the Indian team
yeah,
because Kuldeep is
Very,
not getting near the
yeah,
limited
yeah,
over
yeah.
team.
and you know
And
what? Actually, Indian team was not getting a proper means. You will see that Varun Chakravarti can also bowl off spin, and you will see that means a proper off spin after
Yeah,
Ravichandran
he has
Ashwin.
several
There was
varieties.
no
You know,
proper off.
you know,
Yes,
yeah. With
a
the
bowler
likes of
like him
uh,
was
Washington Sundar, and Chahal in that team already, and he both plays for RCB, and Virat Kohli is the captain. He will prioritize more them rather than Chakravarti.
yes,
And yeah, and also it was his first tour. It will be his first tour. It will be hard for
uh,
him to get
yes.
accustomed to the weather, to the pitch, how to bowl there. He hasn't been there, and more interestingly, he hasn't played much of first class cricket also. He has
Hmm.
played only IPL and TNPL for suppose 1 or 2 seasons.
And don't you
So it
think
will be
that
hard.
means the way Varun Chakravarti got into the national team is almost like Ravichandran Ashwin got that
No,
uh,
no, no, no,
means
no.
he got the
No, I
national
don't
I
think. I
think
team.
totally disagree.
I
I
have
totally
an
disagree.
option. I always thought that Virat Kohli should give Ravichandran Ashwin a chance in limited
Yes,
overs,
Yeah,
because
limited over.
if
yeah,
yes,
if you have seen the T20 T20 stats of Ravichandran Ashwin, he is much more economical than any off spinner in Indian team after
yeah.
Harbhajan Singh. I think Ravichandran Ashwin should have been given a chance this year's
Even,
T20 World
even,
Cup, though it is not happening. And in
even
Australian tour
few
also,
months,
he should have been taken.
even few months back, he was also the highest wicket taker for India in T20s. Right? He
Yes.
hasn't played T20s for India since 2017 or August maybe. He played last against West Indies or Zimbabwe, I guess.
And in
So
T20, it is not must that you should play with a left arm, right arm combination
yeah,
of a spin bowler. You
yeah,
should go with any of the. You can go with
As long
Jadeja and
as the
Kuldeep
bowler is
yeah.
working,
also.
The
you don't need
problem,
to
the
see whether he's
problem with
left-handed or right-handed.
Yeah, the problem with Sundar is he's not picking up wickets. Only batsman
Yes,
can throw wickets, right?
that
He's
is
not
the main
wicket
problem.
taking option. He's not
Another
wicket
See,
taking
player who
option. So
when,
hasn't
all
been
the
given
pressure
much
goes on
recognition is
Chahal.
Akshar Patel.
Yeah,
Akshar Patel with the ball
he
and the
himself
bat,
was.
Sundar
he's
Yeah,
got all
quite
these
handy
wickets
player.
in the power play. In the
Yes,
power play
that's
when
that's
batsmen were
yeah.
trying to
That's
hit
why
them
I
hard.
am telling it is unfair to others because Varun Chakrabarti got the chance ahead of them. See,
Yeah,
I
it's
Varun
good.
Chakrabarti.
I also
Yeah,
got
tell.
some suggestion that the selection of Manish Pandey over Surya Kumar Yadav. I think that it is a good decision of Manish Pandey, because if you see after Dhoni, if any player can stay in the crease and in the
Yeah,
middle overs and can save the wickets for India, that is for my opinion, that is Manish Pandey, because he
yeah.
can smash at the same time. He can also hold the wicket at one end and can allow the other players to smash. So I think Manish Pandey is a good decision to take in India team, because after the left of Dhoni, there are many questions arising: who would be
Yeah.
the next wicket keeper, who can do the
Finishing
finishing
role.
job,
You need
finishing
some.
role.
Yeah,
With the likes of Hardik Pandya, we always have, but I think Hardik is suffering from pain and little bit of
yeah.
injury. He is having some
Hmm.
injury problem. So in that place,
He's
I
been
think
bowling enough.
Manish
As a
is the
He's
good
replacement
option.
of Dhoni, even Ishan Kishan can be used because see,
Yes,
he's had a good
I have one
season with
opinion.
IPL, and most of the people say that you can't get into the Indian team by just having a good IPL season. then why was
But
Varun
it happened with
Chakravarti?
Varun Chakravarti. Yeah.
Yes, that happened with Varun Chakravarti. So why not
Yeah.
an Ishan Kishan? He's a wicket keeper.
Yes.
The batting style is quite similar to Dhoni, if you notice.
And the
See,
main
the
thing is he's a
number-
left-hander.
I
And the main
think
thing
with
is he's a
Indian team selection,
left-hander.
Yes, he's a left-hander. He can provide that
Yeah.
left-right
He can provide
combination.
a job of Yuvraj Singh. He can provide a job of Yuvraj Singh and Dhoni also, because
He has
can.
good chemistry with Hardik Pandya
See,
too.
in place of
Imagine
Rishabh
Hardik
Pant,
and Ishan batting
Ishan Kishan
for
can
India.
play.
I think until and unless Indian team does have a requirement, Ishan Kishan will not come into the talks.
But I
of
think
Yes,
that
selection
Rishabh
committee.
Pant, more than Rishabh Pant, I would always
Where
prefer
will you
Ishan
play?
Kishan.
Where will you
Yeah,
play?
I would pick Ishan
When
Kishan
you
over
have
Rishabh
KL
Pant any
Rahul
day.
keeping for you, will you play Ishan Kishan?
No,
As
that
a
is not
batsman,
that's
I
a fact.
think he has the depth.
But
Yeah.
if KL Rahul gets injured, so Ishan Kishan will be the right choice, because in place of KL Rahul you can't play Samson, because a right-hander replacing a right-hander will be a quite easy job for the opponents. But if you replace a right-hander with a left-handing smashing your wicket-keeper batsman in a T20, especially, you can get a lot of option, because
I think
I have a question.
I think it will be harsh for any batter to get his debut series in Australia.
yeah.
Yeah,
He can
not
struggle. He can
See, I
struggle.
have a question. I think we all agree that the best wicket-keeper batsman in India right now is KL Rahul.
Yeah, in white ball format at least.
Yes, in white ball format. According to
Yeah.
you guys, who is the second best?
For me,
Second best.
For
Rishabh
me,
Pant.
if we have to go with technical wise, but
No,
as
as an
a
impactful player, as a player who can, you
see,
have the
as
top three set. Rohit is set,
You are asking
Rahul is
who
set,
can
and Dhoni.
be the next? Who can be the next one,
sort
No,
of
you have 15
or
players in the
who he
squad.
is
You pick two
currently?
wicket keepers. Yes, currently. I'm asking currently.
Currently,
see for me, Ishan Kishan can keep.
I don't.
Yes,
Yeah,
Ishan Kishan can
but
keep.
he hasn't cared for Mumbai Indians this year.
Yeah, because of Quinton de Kock,
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
for
think
me,
I haven't seen him
Rishabh
keeping in too
Pant
much.
Rishabh Pant can be replaced by
Yeah,
Ishan Kishan any
he's.
moment.
I think Rishabh Pant is the future. He has a bad IPL, I guess, but he is the future. With
Yeah,
Samsung,
he's
the
just
problem
going
is
through a bad patch. He'll make a comeback for sure.
yeah,
Rishabh Pant is talented.
yeah.
but
Even if
after
you think
KL,
even last year, last World Cup, he played one innings against don't know the team. He scored at least 48. He was good.
The 2019 World Cup.
Yeah. If I'm not wrong, he scored 48 or odd runs.
He debuted against England, and
He
then they
debuted.
had
Yeah. He came at 4.
Yeah, and
Uh,
yes, he came at 4, and he was ultra tensed in that game. He was running around, and he was quite
yeah,
tense. And then
it had.
next game he played good, I think, and that was the last league game, followed by the game against New Zealand.
So are you all
Yeah,
guys
he played
saying
against Afghanistan or West Indies or Sri Lanka. I don't
I think it
remember
was
the
West
game.
Indies. I think they had the last game against West Indies.
Yeah.
so are you guys saying
When the likes of Yuvraj Singh talks about Rishabh Pant, you should rate him highly.
Yes, Yuvraj Singh, Suresh Raina all rate him highly.
Yeah. I think he should be groomed really well in a team. The way Saurav Ganguly groomed Yuvraj Singh, likes of Yuvraj Singh, and he should be groomed really well. So we have a next question. What are the thoughts on KKR's journey this whole season? Upan, what do you think?
disappointing?
Inconsistent.
yes,
Don't tell from
inconsistent.
fans point of view. Don't tell
They
from
gave us a lot of hope, but ended up at the fifth
Yeah.
position, which was not expected.
Yeah.
The team they had with, they're starting with someone like a Shubman Gill, Nitish Rana. Nitish Rana has proved himself in the IPL. He's a recognized batsman. And I think Morgan should have stepped up at number 3.
Yes, that is the main problem throughout
Yeah.
the KKR
For
campaign.
England,
That he didn't came at number
it
4.
was surprising. For England,
See,
he
the
placed at
problem
4.
with
It was
KKR
surprising to see him down the order.
Yes,
See, the
because
problem
most
with
of the
KKR
teams that
has been
succeed
they
in the
haven't
IPL.
got the replacement in the respective positions. If you drop Nitish Rana, number 3 is vacant. No one can play as a number 3.
Yes, Nitish Rana can open. Nitish Rana and Gill can open with Morgan at 3, and I think a Siddesh Lad at 4, followed by Karthik at 5 and Russell at 6.
Then
Even
they
Cummins can bat.
then we are
Rahul
making
Tripathi has
openers
played
as
only
the
one
middle
game.
order. You
Yes.
are making opener as the middle order, Siddesh Lal.
Nitish Rana opened for 2 or 3 games, I think, and he scored 80. He
Yes,
was
in
good
two
as an
matches.
opener.
0,
And
80,
and
0, 80, 0.
Yes, 0,
yes,
80, 0, 80. Yes,
and in 3 matches he got a golden duck
yes, in 2 games he
as an
scored
opener.
80, followed by
Yeah.
3 golden ducks. Level of
The
inconsistency.
ball
Yes.
against the ball he played of Siraj in the game, it was the ball of the tournament for me. The ball
Yes.
came back right in.
Yesterday's ball, which got AB de Villiers, Natarajan's Yorker, was also
Yeah.
great.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. It was
So
huge.
tomorrow's
Okay.
qualifier 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Last.
the last question for everyone means
Yeah.
only one word
Is it
answer.
DC
I will
or is
expect
it Desari?
from Aman. From Aman.
Yes. I'd say SRH
who
will
will
win the trophy.
Desari.
Tomorrow and finals,
Okay.
both games.
Okay, Amit.
DC. I would like to see DC this time winning the
Shivashi.
cup.
I will go with my same statement that heart says DC, but mind says SRH. So anything can happen. And and I
Okay.
am not completely telling that Mumbai having is no chance, but still I am going with these two teams because I want a new champion.
Yeah, very good answer. Actually, I also want that. Okay, so Upayan last.
SRH win all the way. Champions.
But so it's almost like 2-2.
So we all want a new champion, right?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Almost.
Mumbai Indians
Good
have
for
won 4
IPL.
trophies. Everyone is bored of seeing Mumbai Indians winning the trophy.
Yeah.
Yes, this is very true. So
Yeah.
that's how we end our discussion here today.
Yeah.
It was a
Thank you for having
great
us.
experience. Yes, the 22-year show for the very first time. It was our first
Yeah.
episode, and we hope that we will come again with you, sharing our thoughts in the next few days only. The finals
Yeah.
is very close, and we
Yes.
will again come with the 22-year show with Quadcober. Stay tuned for more updates.